Hi, my name is Rosalind Coleman Williams, and I am playing the character of Rachel Tate in Zooman and the Sign by Charles Fuller.
Hi, my name is Evan Park. I play Reuben Tate in Zooman and the Sign. Reuben is the father of the Tate family. He lost his daughter, of course, to a random bullet in a gunfight that took place on the street.
I'm Victor Tate, and I'm 15 years old. My sister has just been shot and killed, so it's quite devastating.
I play Ash Boswell, cousin of Rachel. And I've come to town from Boston after the death of Jenny, her daughter.
My name is Ron Canada. I play Emmett Tate, the brother of the father of the family.
I'm playing Russell Adams, and he's 15 years old. He's a friend of Victor's.
Hi, my name is Peter J. Fernandez. I'm playing Donald Jackson in the play Zooman and the Sign, and Donald Jackson is the good neighbor.
I play Grace Georges, the best friend, good friend of Rachel Tate.
I'm playing Zooman in Zooman and the Sign, and Zooman is the murderer of the Tate's little girl, Jenny.
Now you want to make that zoo into a neighborhood, putting everybody on me?
Here's a situation where a family not only cannot move right now because of a lot of the responsibilities, but also I just can't leave and let the neighborhood be the way it is. My daughter died, nobody does anything about it.
My take on it is that I am the man of the house. I've been the man of the house. You know, my dad hasn't been there in quite some time, so he finds himself trying to come back. However, you know, it's still my position to take care of my mom.
Emmett is grief-stricken because he was the godfather of the little girl, Jenny Tate, who has died, who Zooman has accidentally killed at the beginning of the play. And, you know, Emmett's grief and his desire for revenge ultimately lead to the family another catastrophe.
They just killed your daughter, nephew, on her own front steps. You think anyone's gonna look too hard to find the boys who did it? Where you been?
I've never had an experience like this. I am so grateful to be a part of this process at this time, you know, celebrating NEC and these wonderful classics.
I don't think they could pick a more seminal theater to celebrate. I think it's wonderful. I think for a lot of reasons, NEC's contributions have kind of been not forgotten, but kind of pushed to the past because the theater itself, though it's in its reemergence, had disappeared for a while.
To be in the room with Douglas Turner Ward and to know the contribution that he's made to American theater, one man, it makes you feel like you're standing in quicksand.
Anytime you recognize an important cultural institution, it's a plus. Particularly, it's to have an African-American cultural institution, so much a part of the fabric of New York City and so important to the lives of so many African-American theater artists. Being honored by a non-black theater, I think that's a good thing. I think it's good for the culture, and that recognition is deserved because of the contributions of Charles Fuller and others.
This playwright, it's Charles Fuller. You know, he's there with us. You know, I've read Soldier's Play, I've read Zooman, and here I see Charles Fuller before my eyes.
He didn't say a lot when he was in rehearsal recently. I know he'll be back. But there's a lot of wisdom there. And what he said was very key to what we were working on.
They're kind of like living legends in, you know, in the community of theater in and itself. You know, Charles Fuller is a Pulitzer Prize winner. Stephen's reputation speaks for itself.
Stephen's great. It's been great. He pulls stuff out of you or he's pulled stuff out of me that I wouldn't have gotten to on my own, which is, you know, the joy in the relationship between a director and any actor.
I love him as, I've loved him as an actor, I've loved him as a friend, I've loved him, having him as a company member of Labyrinth, but now as a director, a teacher, a mentor. It's just like this pool of knowledge.
He is a superb artist, a man of incisive intelligence, a literary sense. He combines both a literary sense and a practical sense of what acting is, what dynamic, visceral, immediate acting is.
Come around here and say that to my face.
Ultimately, I want the audience to get that there is hope, to get, you know, if anything, from my character, that we're not all like that.
You know, I think that if you can mix up what somebody believes already, if you can shake their, you know, their foundation a little bit with a play, I think that we've done our job. And I think that once you move people beyond their comfort zone in that regard, then the art is doing what it should do.
If we don't grab hold and run with the notion that we are all in this thing together, we're bound to fail.
We could talk about how, you know, kids are violent, and I think that that is apparent, but what lies underneath is that sense of community, that, you know, people want a community, and we could have it if we challenge each other, and also a sense of fatherhood. You know, Reuben Tate he redeems himself in this play, and he's a great father, and we don't have enough great examples of good fathers.
Basically, it's a play about ethics. It's a play about the ethics of the individual and the ethics of a community, and what it means to stand up for a principle that you think is right, despite the fact that the majority may tell you that that you're in the wrong.